On this episode, we'll be talking about how to build an effective Imperial Knight army without breaking the bank at the same time. 1,000 points. Or bust. The Imperial Knight households of the Imperium fall into two categories, Questor Imperialis and Questor Mechanicus. But there's no question that these towering behemoths are the last word in heavy weaponry for the Imperium. Standing astride battlefields like engines of the gods, the Knight is as near to impervious to damage as anything in the 41st millennium, short of a Titan. This particular video won't be covering tactics or recommending which faction to play, but we will be building a super heavy detachment that will help you get used to the way that Knights work. Of course, you'll need the Knight's Codex and the Warhammer 40,000 rulebook to play the game, available at the link down below. Well, it's been a couple of easy builds for me lately, so it's important to know that Knights are expensive both in cost and in money, but let's face it, if you're really hell-bent for giant robots like certain somebody, that's not going to be a huge issue. So the situation is that you're going to probably get either one Knight and a couple of these armigers, or you're going to get two Knights. And since we have the option to get these little Scout Knights to go with us, we're going to be building this as the Knight Preceptor, who has a buff to armigers around him. Now, the Knight Preceptor is no slouch. You can give him the Thunder Fist Gauntlet and the giant laser cannon, which is kind of like a laser shotgun, weirdly enough, but it'll take care of any problems you might have. The Armiger Helverins, of which we're bringing two, are fantastic at chewing up pretty much anything with their autocannons. You can stick a melt-a-gun or a heavy stubber on top of them and you're good to go, though they're not super effective in combat. And then the Warglaive that we're bringing for backup is going to, and so two of these, one of these, or two of these, one of these. Take your pick. You'll get roughly 1,000 points out of it. So if you have one of these Helverins and two of these Warglaives, then you're going to have a pretty effective close-range punch. If you have two of the Helverins and one of the Warglaives, then you're going to be able to sit back and shoot just out of range of anything too terribly nasty. It's also important to note that you do have the option for a carapace weapon on this one. I am a big fan of the crack missile launcher that goes on top, but some people like the Iron Hail missile launcher. It's not as strong. It's strength 5, -1, 2 damage, as opposed to 2 shots, strength 8, -2, 6 or D6 damage. You know. So it's important to note that the strength 5 missile launcher actually ignores line of sight, so you might get more utility out of it depending on how your local group plays. This is the Knight box now. This comes with everything you need to build any kind of Knight you want. There used to be more variants, and now they're out of production, or at least out of current run. But this is the one that has everything you need to build every kind of Knight you want. This is your boy. This is your go-to. Either you pick up one of these and these two, or you pick up two of these. Knights are strong. Yes, they have 3-up armor save and a 5-up invuln against shooting. They're really effective against hordes and other large vehicles, depending on what you load them out with. But they do get bogged down by hordes and constant gunfire. In the same way that you can blow up a Land Raider with a las gun, you can blow up a Knight with a las gun too. It's just going to take a lot of them. You're not invincible, but you're pretty close. Well, with all that said, you're going to be that guy when you roll up to a 1,000-point game with nothing but Knights, but let's face it, you wanted to get there somehow. With the implicit understanding that Knights on their own are only so good, you can also add them to one of your existing Imperial or Chaos armies without batting an eye. We're also making use of the Knight Preceptor special rules here with the Helverins and the Warglaive, so you can always make him different if you want to lose out on that nice rule that will make your boys more effective. But if you want to just build 2 knights, well, then it's kind of a moot point. This is by no means exhaustive, but it should give you an idea of just what a knight army should look like to start out with. And if you go down to our website, fantasygames.com, and check out our 1000 points or bust subcategory, you can get a jumpstart on collecting. Once you got your head around it, come on back and get your paints and supplements and data cards to get your game on, and once you're ready for more knights, there are always more knights to collect. Get more knights. They're cool. Well, whatever you choose, they're all here at Fantasy Games. Thanks for watching.